talking shit. I'm getting lit.
Welcome to the Savage Report. It's your boy Louis V. Love, and I'm here with the gang.
Gang, Nino.
You know what I'm saying? We want to make this episode a little bit different than the other ones. The other ones, we kind of like ratchet as fuck, ignorant as fuck, popping that shit, throwing middle fingers up and gang signs and shit. You know what I'm saying? But today, we're going to give y'all a glimpse into what we go through.
Real life.
And real life type of shit. You know what I mean? So look, Nino.
You'll never believe.
Nino. What's good?
We're going to pop it off with you.
All right.
Are you okay?
Am I okay? I mean, in the sense of what? Break it down. Like, in what way are you asking me, am I okay?
Like, are you okay with life that you're living? Are you content? Are you happy?
Okay.
You know, what are the trials and tribulations that you've been through?
Yeah.
To get to where you at now? Because you seem like a calm dude. You know what
pretty
I'm saying?
chill. Pretty chill.
I've known you for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? So I've been there with you through a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Look at you stare me down.
They do refer to you as that, RJ. They say that the chill one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So give us a glimpse into what you've been through to get to where you at now.
I mean, for one, 30 years old, married.
Old as fuck.
Married for 8 years, and I got 4 kids. So, you know, life for me is good. You know, is new things every day. I will say with this journey with being a father, you know, I had kids at 21? Twins, you know what I'm saying? Young married, just trying to figure life out. You know what I'm saying? I tell my little cousins all the time, like, man, you know, bringing a baby into this world is an important thing, especially financially, you know, and starting a whole family before you are financially established. You know what I'm saying? That really was one of the first battles that, you know, I had to overcome. You know what I'm saying? You know, as far as the aspect of being married and with wife and kids. But, you know, I always had a good life growing up. You know what I'm saying? I always tell myself that a lot of the things that I brought on to myself, they kind of were my fault. You know what I'm saying? I jumped off the porch early, was wilding out there, you know, doing things, you know, you're not supposed to do. But, you know, I learned a lot. And I can say that having kids young, although it might not have been the right way, I think it kind of saved me in a sense, you know, because when you see your kids, man, and that baby is right there and you created that's half you, half your partner. I mean, that's when things really got real for me, man. So that's why at this point I can say I'm good. You know, my oldest are 8, my youngest are 6. I got 2 sets of twins, and man, now it's about growth. You know, now it's about grinding and making money and, you know, generational curses. We always say the generational curses, but now it's really time to break those.
Yeah. It is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Sure.
I would say because of that, because I'm moving towards breaking generational curses. I would say I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
What about, you know, what are your parents like? I know your parents. I fuck with your dad. Your dad is a nice dude, but he don't take no shit though.
He doesn't. My dad doesn't play.
He'll call you out on your shit right to your face in that moment. He's not gonna wait till later.
That's the realness of him.
Say something to you right then and there. Like you can't bullshit him.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
My father's a pastor.
Yeah.
My pops has a church, Newness of Life Ministries.
You're a pastor kid?
I'm a pastor's kid.
Wow.
Man, I grew up with a certain...
I did not know that, guys.
Let me tell you
Savage Report mixed with a little preacher's kid.
Oh, yeah. And listen...
That's savage as fuck.
That's savage. Look, for me growing up, man, in the church, like I went on a lot of youth retreats, stuff like that. You go to Atlanta, Black Wax Museum, stuff like that. But when it came down to church, it was never like forced on me by my parents.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Honestly. But
my dad always let me know about being held accountable for the things you do. And you know, God is real, you know, and how to move. So, man, growing up as a pastor's kid was good for me. I know they say that the pastor's kids are the worst ones. They do all this and that, but that's a myth. I was a pretty good kid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my mom, you know, growing up, my mom, she used to like train police, like go give them like a test that they had to take. Mm-hmm. But then along the while, you know, my mom got sick and, you know, she stopped working, stopped driving because of that. And she's had health issues. But, you know, my mom is somebody who can design like a whole entire wedding off like Dollar General stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's so creative in that way. So, you know.
Your sister creative too, though.
Yeah, my sisters. You know, my sister just had a baby, baby Carter, man. You know, I I tell people all the time, I never really grew up with people telling me that I couldn't do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, so with my kids, I try to emulate that, you know, pour into my kids that, you know, you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? If you put your mind to it, because I was never told that I couldn't do anything, but sometimes I didn't apply myself. You know what I'm saying? But I had a wonderful upbringing, man. Yeah, I love my parents. Shout out to my parents. Love your pops. Love my sisters, yo.
So do you feel as though there's any advice that you would give to young fathers, young married couples, young people in general coming up in the same way that you came up as a young adult? Because everybody makes a different walk through that young adulthood life.
Yeah. First, I would say to the young people who are there just starting life, you're 18, 19, 20, 21, you're living on your own, you're having a good time. Yo, use protection. If you're not ready for a kid mentally or financially, yo, use protection, because it's gonna come and it's gonna change things. You know what I'm saying? Like, establish yourself. You know what I'm saying? I will say, as far as people who are young and married, be true to yourself and be true to your partner. You know what I'm saying? Keep everything in-house. Understand that the main thing is y'all moving forward as a unit. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter about outside influences, social media, this and that. You know, just be true. And be as one, and be about your money. Yeah. Be about your paper.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah, for sure.
I see this a lot on the gram. Who eat first? You, the kids, the wife? Who eat first?
It's probably definitely going to be the kids. Yeah. Me personally, I'm not stressing who eats. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I might come straggling last and get my plate. And then, you know, sometimes my wife will come bring the plate to me upstairs.
And that's wifey.
Or sometimes I cook and I bring the kids. Or sometimes we send the kids. We just do what's best for us.
And that's on period. Because it's focusing on gender roles and society norms.
Yeah, I've been with the same female on and off since, like, you know, 9th grade, on and off, like going throughout life. You break up for years. People go off, date other people, other experiences. And hey, man, we married 8 years, 2 sets of twins. We deep in it, man. That's why, man, life is good. Life is good.
That's lit. I wish I had kids. That's lit.
That's
all right. Well, RJ's life is perfect. No.
Bless.
That man had nothing to say. He's living the dream.
What about you, T?
Steph. Steph. Who's?
What we doing?
We doing stuff.
Okay.
Let's go to
I
stuff.
feel like I'm gonna have a most traumatic story.
That's all right.
We're gonna save me for last.
Okay.
Nah, cause Steph. Nah, you go ahead.
So let me in return ask you, because I know you.
Yeah.
But I know you from a certain point in your life, but you had a lot of history before that. So I'm just gonna ask you, just as far as the same thing you asked me, like, you know, are you okay with where you are in life right now, and did you see yourself being at this point? Are you happy that you're here, or do you feel like you could be doing better?
Well, of course, you know I grew up in Savannah, Georgia, and
we know you died by that.
That's my city. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Corner Rondo, little town.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
But, come on the show, I guess.
Nah, so look, I went to Catholic school in elementary school. Okay. I grew up in church. Yeah. Like, just like he's a pastor kid, I'm a kid of like that same environment, you know what I'm saying? But half my family was in the streets and in the church. You know what I'm saying?
Mix.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of people I grew up with aren't here no more. You know what I'm saying? But my older brother, my older sister, well, she's not my blood sister, but we got the same siblings. She just, you know what I mean? We got the same siblings. I'm just not related to her. Yeah. But they passed away of sickle cell. So I experienced death at a young age with people that was close to me. You know what I'm saying? Before I moved to Virginia, I had lost one of my best friends in Savannah. He got hit in the head during a shootout. And I ended up moving back up here because, you know, it was just a lot of shit going on in Savannah. Plus, my mom had a better job up in this situation, you know? So I tried to stay in Savannah as long as I could, but I ended up coming up here, and it was like a culture shock, you know? But even then, like, within the first couple of years of me living in Virginia, all my grandparents died. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been lost my grandmother, but my grandfather, and my other grandfather, my other grandmother, they all passed away while I was living up here. I was just away from family, so I felt isolated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, you know, you met me when I got my first baby mother. Mm-hmm. And you know how most people say, like, relationships can be so toxic that you can you know it's gonna go down the road of somebody getting killed or something.
Yeah.
When you have a relationship where alcohol and stuff is involved, it's bound to be bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I'm not gonna say who had the problem, but
it was a problem.
It was a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting full custody of my youngest, my oldest. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shout out to the black dads stepping up.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that's my shorty. Her birthday was yesterday.
Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a good
shorty.
time. We went out and had a good time.
That's
Oh,
not.
you was at the birthday party?
Man, that's just family.
Why you
man.
ain't tell me? I got kids.
We told you. But anyway, let me finish. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Me and Shorty been through hell and back together. Like, it was at one point we were homeless.
Yeah.
And we were sleeping on Kyle's couch for like a year, and I was just like, yo, like, this ain't me. I can't do this. And that's when, I started doing other things for money, So it's like we had a lavish lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? We lived good. We had everything good. And then these past 4 years, 5 years, I don't know what happened. Like, I lost a lot of money. I got locked up.
Yeah.
That's 2017. I come home. My mom got diagnosed with cancer. And I was actually going to the club with the homies when that happened. I had to go home. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that happened, and then I'm going back and forth to Wyoming, like where I caught the charge at. I'm going back and forth, and then next thing you know, someone tries to kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, I got 2 daughters now. Me and the mother of my child, we weren't together, but we was cool. You know what I'm saying? We was cordial with each other. And I got shot, almost died. I got shot 3 times: stomach, knee, and the other leg. Like, I was told I wasn't gonna walk again. I was in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? They didn't figure out what was wrong with my other leg until like 3 months after I got shot. I was prepared to live in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? So when they finally told me that they can fix my leg, I was excited, you know what I mean? But got the surgery, started feeling a little bit better. Before I can even start walking, them people locked me up.
Yeah,
I was in fucking prison. You know what I'm saying? For almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was locked up in, like, not jail. No, nigga, I was in prison. My number was 032465. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit was different, bro. I didn't get no visitations.
Yeah.
I ended up, because I was in a wheelchair, I was in solitary confinement for like 2 months, almost 3 months, waiting to find a jail that can accept me and make room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just solitary by myself, 23 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even do anything wrong to anybody. It's just because they was either, my choices were to go to PC or to go to solitary. And everybody know a nigga ain't going to PC.
Yeah, for
not
sure.
doing that.
I'm
So,
sorry. Can you inform me what is PC?
protective custody.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm not doing that.
But you want to know something? During that time, I remember like writing letters with you back and forth when you were in confinement, bro. And I can tell in the letters, man, that bro, you definitely was in distress, and the way that the inhumane way that they was treating you in that joint, man, was definitely getting to you, bro. But let me ask you this. Going through all that and still being young, still being in your younger 30s, man. Man, how does that change your outlook on life and moving forward? Does it put like a battery in your back?
Man, it for some reason every time I lose, I win. Like, every single time, like, my life is like a big book of survivor's remorse. Yeah. Because I'm always the one to survive. Like, bro, I got shot 3 times. I know a nigga that got shot once in the leg and died.
Make it. Yeah, for sure.
Like, Sean Taylor got shot in the leg and died. I got shot in both legs. I have a metal rod in one of my legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I carry that shit like you'll never know. Like, if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But that shit happened to me. And then when I finally came home from prison, my mom died, bro. Like, my mom, like, I didn't know. I knew it was bad, bro, but I didn't know it was that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom kept shit to herself. You know what I'm saying? So I knew she had cancer, but I didn't know it went from her to her brain. And she didn't, not too long before she passed away, she took my little brother and sister, and she took my daughter to Disney World. And not even 6 months later, she passed away. So a lot of that shit wasn't really register in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because she kept living.
You know what I'm saying? And like, even to this day, I still haven't gone to her gravesite. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, bro, every time, bro, I can sit there and I can just I can just hear her voice in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's a deeper type of loss.
I'm sorry,
when you
can I
lose your
ask,
mama.
so that happened while you was locked up?
No,
or
I
you
just came home. I just came home. Like, I saw
So
my
you
mama.
were able to go to the funeral and stuff?
The pandemic just happened. I saw my mama one time when I first came home. That was it.
Yeah.
Then the pandemic happened. Everything was shut down. At the beginning of the pandemic, she went to the hospital for a surgery, and they found some like more lymphoma. They found more shit, and they gave her to that night to live.
Explain
and the fact that we couldn't even go see her.
Explain this for people who don't know what it's like to lose somebody during COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We didn't even know if it was
the
COVID
distance
that killed her.
Yeah.
Bro, we couldn't. She had to die by her basically with just my dad.
Yeah.
None of us was like, they gave her time. If COVID wasn't going on, we could have went and been with her last moments.
Yeah.
But the fact that COVID was going on, we just had to wait for a fucking phone call. You know what I'm saying? Like, that type of shit. And then with the restrictions and everything, she didn't have the funeral that we wanted her to have.
She deserved to have.
Right.
Deserved to have. So it was just like, really, it made me angry, bro. Like, and I didn't know who to be angry at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I was just a different person. And then as I'm healing, the mother of my child passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit, I'm not saying it hurt me in a different way than what my mom dying hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Because like today, word is born on my mama. Like, I swear to God, my daughter cried because she missed her mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing for me, but it's another thing when you see your daughter. You know what I'm saying? You see your daughter crying every day.
Yeah.
That shit hurts, bro. Like, that shit tears me apart. There's nothing I can do. Who do you call? You know what I'm saying? Like, therapy's not enough.
And you don't even got your own mother to call, step in place.
It's just like, I'm figuring out everything day by day, bro.
And
like,
just like you say, just as people say, kids need their dad, they need their mother too. And,
yeah.
And it's you trying to fill a void for you and her.
What's your release?
You start seeing triggers. Like, my other daughter has her mom. Her mom calls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
full-time dad.
Sometimes,
ladies, it's men out here that do it. My nigga does it.
So sometimes her seeing my other daughter on the phone with her mom triggers her. You know what I'm saying? Or
That's
doing
deep.
shit like getting her hair done because she used to her mama doing her hair.
Yeah.
So it's like my girl today, like my girl was doing her hair and it triggered her. So she just like, I just miss my mama. Like, and it's like, I remember at the funeral, you know what I'm saying? Like, that funeral was so hard for me. You know what I mean? Like, that whole month, like, I just cried every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, all day, every day. I just cried. I just remember crying. Like, if somebody even touched me, I just cried. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like, I know that's just not what she wanted. She didn't want to go out like this. She didn't want to leave her daughter. I knew that if she loved anything else in this world, she loved her daughter. And just seeing that shit, like, I see her and Nori every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll never get over that shit.
I see the pictures. Nori look just like her.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no way to release that shit.
Damn.
It's no way to get over that shit. Like, because every day I see my shorty just hurting. And I see it register in her brain like, I'm different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm different. And it's just like, her growing up and like, my mama not there and then her grandparents are healing. Everybody in this
From them
situation is
losing their
just
child.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's situation is just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I have to learn how to just not take it out on nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I am the way I am. You know what I'm saying? I joke a lot, I bullshit a lot because, bro, the opposite side is, I remember at one point I stayed in the bed for 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't leave the bed. I didn't eat or nothing, bro. It's like, depression got over me, and that shit, that's me every day.
Yeah.
It's every single day. I just pray every day and just be positive. It's literally it, bro. I have no, and this, like being around family and friends, like, That's the only way I can keep this shit going. That's the only way my daughter can keep her mind off that shit.
For sure.
It's about to be around people that love her. You know what I'm saying?
And look, I don't even got a question for you, brother. I just want to tell you I love you, man.
No, for real. Give me a hug, Steph. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I got my shades on because I'm cry-proof ready, nigga.
Nah, you can't run from it because we have arrived.
Yeah.
To my time.
To your
shine,
time.
Right? All right, what y'all got for me?
So, T.
I'm ready. What's the tea?
So T, I know a couple of things that you've been going through, and I know that things have been hard for you.
They have.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you, like everybody, you use something to get over your pain. Mm-hmm. But let's tell us about where that pain come from, though.
See me, first of all, I just want to make it known that these two guys accepted me with open arms. They started this shit. I look at how they talk about how they've been friends for such and such amount of years. I known them a year, maybe a little bit more at this point. And they accepted me in. First day, I already knew stuff from prior conversation because he who brought me on. I walked in with RJ and it was nothing like I felt like I knew him forever. Like, these my brothers. You want to cross me, you're going to have to...
Yup,
you
for
know
sure.
what I'm saying? It's a family in this bitch. But at the end of the day, am I okay? If that's the question at hand, I'm living. I'm alive.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
And every day I wake up. But I think my life changed for a turning point, and I think, I had to make sure I had keep readjusting my shades for your situation because I don't know if I could handle losing a parent.
Yeah.
My dad had cancer and my mother had a stroke all at the same time. All at the same motherfucking time. And when my dad had cancer, he waited a while to tell us. And by the time he told us, he was pretty much kind of sort of in a remission process. And my dad, I love him to death. If he ever watches this, I want him to know, like, I love you to death. But I won't raise him, so it don't hit me the same. But my mother, I dropped her off. My mother been sick my whole life. I'm 26 years old. Since I could remember, my mother has had fibromyalgia, diabetes, whatever the fuck you want to name, she got it. Like, so I dropped my mother off for a heart surgery because her heart, the doctor said her heart was pumping funny. I dropped her off, and my mother, I love her to death, but she's a habitual cigarette smoker. I drop her off. She's smoking a cigarette, walking into the surgery. We getting into it. I'm like, why the fuck is you doing that right now?
Yeah.
Like, you about to go get your heart work done while you smoking a cigarette. She goes in, she has this heart surgery. They call me when it's done. They say, yeah, Miss Harris is good. She's in remission. We're just looking at her for a couple more hours and we'll call y'all when it's time to pick her up. COVID, like you said, couldn't wait for her there. Had to wait for her and just come pick her up later. You know what I'm saying? So they could make that first phone call. 30 minutes later, they call. I was the one that dropped her off. So I'm who phone number the hospital had. I'm the youngest of 3. I got a 36-year-old brother, a 29-year-old sister, and I'm 26. I'm the youngest. My mother is 55. They called. They said, Miss Williams, we need you to make a decision right now. We need you to make a decision right now. Miss Harris has had a stroke. She's dying. We need you to make a decision. We need to give her this medicine to save her. What y'all gonna do? Be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Bitch, we don't know. What you mean? What decision? What's the medicine? Like, so we like, shit. The doctor gets on the phone. He be as transparent as I feel like a doctor could be without violating any rules. He say, listen, my mother had a stroke. This saved her. I recommend this for your mother. And I'm not saying that as a doctor. I'm being transparent because I see y'all are confused. Y'all don't know. Y'all want more information. But right now, we don't got time for a conversation if you want our life to be saved.
Yeah.
I held it down. I talked to the people. I'm the youngest. My oldest brother and sister, my brother, him and my mama, they got that, like, literally, mama got 3 kids. So she get the first, middle, and youngest child syndrome. You know what I'm saying? First, feel like they was the test dummies. They might have got the short end of the stick. Middle feels unappreciated.
Yeah.
Youngest feels, nigga, I did some work too. You know what I'm saying?
Overlooked.
So, overlooked. So, I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, we made that decision. We call my whole family. My immediately family consists of at a maximum 11 people. My family died young. My grandma died when she was 54. Breast cancer spread to her lungs. So we make the decision. We said, okay, get my mama the surgery. I went to visit her in the hospital first. Everybody else was scared. My whole family, I'm from New York. My whole family drove down here in the same day. I went to go see my mama. My mama didn't even know her name when I went to that hospital. She didn't know her name. I swear to God, she had lost 30 pounds overnight. Dang. I didn't recognize my mama. I tried to make conversation with her. My girl couldn't talk. Long story short, this happened Thanksgiving week, 2020. Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving was Thursday. She had a stroke on Monday. If I didn't say what she had, it was a stroke. She had a stroke and recovery. She went through the surgery fine, had a stroke and recovery. My family, they came down. I went to go see my mama. I pretty much set the tone. My mama was calling. First of all, I'm not going to say the hospital or whatever because I don't want no da-da-da-da. But she was calling in the best words that she could say. My mom was using sign language. Them people weren't bathing her. Them people weren't brushing her teeth. Them people was treating her like she was fucking nothing in that fucking hospital. My mama came home, she could say 2 words. 2 words. Here we are a year and a half later, my mama can have a conversation with you. She can drive. But that fucked me up. Yeah. It fucked me up so bad because it's just like, bro, I almost lost my mama. First of all, I felt incomplete as a child. I'm gay. I felt like, did I not give my mom what she needed from a daughter? I didn't marry no man. I didn't have no kids. I felt incomplete, I felt unavailable, and I felt like I didn't do my job as a daughter. That shit led me to drink. Yeah. Struggle with alcohol to this day. Never really gave a fuck about drinking till my mama almost died in my face because that hospital called me like, she's about to die, but we could try to save her. I'm like, damn. At the time, I'm 26 right now. At the time, I think I was 24, 25. And I'm like, bro, I ain't even got nowhere in life. I'm about to lose my own. I feel like my family dies young. The eldest in my family is my aunt. Sis is 57. That's the elders in my family. And when I felt like my mama was dying, bro, that shit changed my life. My girl could not have a conversation. And if you know Lisa Harris be on that shit. Me. Yeah. I'm my mother. Just think about me. And if you know me, that's my mother. An older version, like my mama don't play no games. She gonna go to that club for her age. She gonna put that shit on. She gonna smoke them fucking cigarettes.
And she gonna step out.
And she gonna pop out. That's Lisa for you. And my mama now, she's a whole different person. Like, and that shit, it just eat me up. Like my mama,
you gotta take care of her financially and stuff.
No, luckily my mom set it up for her life that she got to do short-term disability, and when that was over, she had enough years of service at her job, she retired.
Okay,
that's a blessing.
So, speaking of jobs and stuff, what about your job situation? Ain't you looking for a new job?
I am, because as not feeling enough in that aspect in life. I don't feel like at 26 years old, I feel like I don't got a motherfucking thing going on. I don't got shit.
You don't got shit popping?
I feel like I don't have shit.
That's normal though.
That's normal
I just
as hell.
feel like I don't have shit. Like I just feel like this ain't what I do in life, bro. Every day, talk on the phone to people about bullshit that I don't care about. Yeah. Like I just feel like I'm worth more than that. I'm somebody, and I'm gonna be somebody.
For sure.
Mark my words. I promise you, I'm gonna be somebody.
But just know that you're not alone when you feel like that. Yeah. You're not alone. A lot of people feel like that. A lot of people, especially because you've been working your job for how long?
6 years. Literally, what's today, the 9th? Literally Monday. 6 years at my job. They emailed me. They said, happy anniversary. Thank you for 6 years of your service. And I posted on Facebook. I said, 6 years in this bitch. I hope I don't make it to 7. Then a Facebook memory popped up. And I tweeted the same shit last year. I said 5 years. Hope I don't make it to 6. Comfortability is real, bro. Yeah. Live your dreams, bro. Life is short. I
sure.
literally have been battling walking away from a company that I feel like supported my back and had my back for as long as I have. I feel wrong walking away for one, money reasons, but for two, comfortability. You're going to have to get uncomfortable sometimes in life. A bitch go through, I go through it mentally.
Yeah.
I do. And I'm not the type of person, I'm a very strong person. I'm that mean. Check on your funny friends. That's me. I'm that mean. That you gotta, I'm not gonna come to nobody about nothing. You gotta ask me. And you gotta ask me a couple times. And if you don't feel the energy, feel the need to put in that much effort to check on me, I'm gonna be good regardless. Cause that's just how I'm built. I'm like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
and that's just that. But you know what? At the end of the day, for all my ladies out there, you feeling less than because you don't have children. You're not alone. Whether you gay or not.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
You gay? You can still have kids.
You can, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of people out here who just want to be accepted.
Yeah.
And as much as people say, "Oh, I don't care what nobody thinks about me. I don't care what nobody got to say." I know a decision you make at least once in your life, it make you think twice about what somebody got to say.
Yeah.
It's no way you walk through life and not give a fuck what anybody
man.
got to say about what you're doing. At the end of the day, I'm proud of us. I thank them. They brought me on. They took care of me. And now I'm the star of the show. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, man. But hey,
but
look.
no, fuck with us though.
Hey, look,
it's
man.
some real niggas.
This is a good
live
segment.
real life too.
I like this. I like
really
being
like
able to
this.
talk and get stuff
Yeah,
out that you
for
might
sure,
not
for sure.
normally talk about.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, look, we about to get into
that savage
that
shit.
savage shit.
Ah.
Yeah. Jesus right there. I'm ready to smoke this blunt.
Hey, pass the look.
Let
Jesus right there.
me transform.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I didn't cry.
Dre Day.